This is the 2025 Kia Carnival SX Prestige. Does it blow away the competition? Hey everybody, it's Tom from Vehicle Visionary. I hope you're having a great day. Today we're at Kia in Bossier City, Louisiana to go over the particulars on this Carnival. If you want to know more about this particular model, check out the link down in the description of the video. On the front end, when you look at it, it definitely sets itself apart from any other competitor. And while it's not officially considered a minivan, it competes with minivans like the Honda Odyssey and the Toyota Sienna, but it has a very different look. It's actually called an MPV, or what's called a multi-purpose vehicle. LED daytime running lights will have the LED projector beam headlights and then LED fog lights, which kind of a unique place for that, but honestly, I think that's good. The lower the fog lights are on the front end, the better off they work, or the better they work, I should say, and the better off you are. A lot of sensors, as you can see across the front end. We'll also have those on the rear that will allow for the use of all of those great safety features that I know a lot of you are interested in having. And tell me what you think about the gloss black 19-inch wheels. Gonna have that Kia logo right there on the center cap. And as we work our way up, we're gonna have something a little bit different. We don't have a body color finish on the mirror caps. A little bit different matte finish, as you can see with the gray right there. Turn signal indicators built in. They're heated, they're power folding. Your blind spot monitoring is right there. And one more thing that I know a lot of you like, this button right here. When you push that button, here's what happens. They're also power folding. So literally everything you want with those side view mirrors is going to be there. And something a little different with the remote, the buttons are not on the face of the remote, they're on the side. You're gonna have remote start. You can open and close your power sliding side doors. You also can open and close the power rear door. You have your panic button there and lock and unlock buttons on the top. The main thing I know a lot of you want there is going to be remote start. That's there. It's always a good thing. And we'll have our door handles right here. You can push the button right there if you want to. That's going to allow that to open. You could also pull on the door handle. Makes things nice and easy and plenty of room for getting in and out, and so much versatility here that we'll see as we work our way into the interior shortly. We're gonna have the roof rails up top. You can get the crossbars and greatly increase your cargo capacity. And we'll finish things out here with a consistent look with the tail lights. Gonna be LED just like the front lights are, everything on the front end. And the Kia logo back here. A very clean look. You might say, well, where's the rear window wiper? It's neatly tucked away right up here inside of the rear roof spoiler. Under the hood is the naturally aspirated 3.5 liter V6, putting out 287 horsepower and 260 pounds-feet of torque. That will be mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission. How about your MPGs? Let's see what we have on the window sticker. 18 city, 26 highway, 21 combined, and 4.8 gallons of gas per every 100 miles driven. For those of you who don't like a capless fuel fill setup for your gas tank, you don't have that here. You're gonna have the gas cap. And when you fill up, this is a 19-gallon gas tank. And one more thing about the gas tank. On a single tank of gas, you should be able to drive about 342 miles in the city and 494 miles on a single tank of gas out on the highway. Towing is pretty much the same thing as you're gonna find on competitors at 3,500 pounds. And we'll reach right here and hit the button to open the power tailgate. There are several ways to do that, whether it's the remote, the button right there. There's also a button on the interior. But here is where we get into a lot of versatility. Cargo capacity ranges between 40.2 to 145.1 cubic feet. That's a lot of space. And a common question, do the seats recline? Not only do these third row of seats recline, so do the middle row seats. Everything will do that. However, you can see right here some of that versatility that I referred to earlier. Now, before I show you what you can do with these seats, and I know a lot of you already know, but I like the fact that when you're not using this area, that's additional cargo space. So depending on what kind of space you need, you can put things down there, no big deal. Now, I'm not sure if I can do this one-handed. Let's find out. There we go. That's actually very easy to do. So we're just gonna pull back on the releases right here, and that puts the seats down in that flat position. And this is one of the ways that you can take advantage of your cargo capacity, but most certainly not the only one. Now, we will have a little bit more space here with the storage spots right there and some connectivity, which is very nice because you not only have a 12-volt power outlet, typically that's what you're going to see, but you also have the 115-volt outlet right there. If you have somebody who has really long legs, you can bring the middle seat all the way back here, as you can see. Now, there are a couple of other things we can do here besides that. Not only is the middle seat removable, you can also remove the middle row seats, both of the outboard seats and that middle seat, making this one of the most versatile vehicles of any type on the road. Because here's what happens. You can use it as a family hauler. You can use it to haul whatever you need to. As far as if you buy a really large TV or something like that, that will fit back here. You could actually outfit this area to work as a delivery or a work van in addition to those things. So there is a lot of space and a lot of versatility. One thing that I like here is not only can you recline the outboard seats, but you can also recline the center seat, something you can't do with the Honda Odyssey. And how about gaining that all-important access to the third row? We pull up on the lever right here, push the seat up out of the way, and into the third row we go. Now, the trick here is how much space do we have as far as leg space goes. You can see based on where the seats are currently set, there is a ton of leg space here. I also like the fact that you have the roof-mounted air conditioning vents, and we'll also find cup holders and a USB outlet right there, and the shades. So those are not only here on the rear windows, but also on the windows for the power sliding doors. And also a larger sunroof. So we actually have the front sunroof up there, and then this sunroof right here. And something I like, some people may disagree with me on this, but I'd rather have the manual shade as opposed to the power shade that so many vehicles have. And here's something that will make especially your middle row passengers, but the rear passengers happy too. They can lean over and see, I guess. But you have the two screens. So a lot going on here to keep everybody nice and occupied. Quite a bit going on where that's concerned. And some basic things such as the rear seat pockets. You're gonna have the bottle holder right there. And you can raise and lower these rear windows in addition to all of that. And guess what? Another 115-volt power outlet right there. A 12-volt power outlet. And then we're gonna have a little bit of space underneath. Now, you do have USB ports. They're just in the seats. And we can move the seats back and forth like this. Imagine the kids back here having fun with everybody who's in the front seat by holding down these buttons right here. Not that I'm trying to give any ideas to anybody. And don't worry, there is climate control controls back here, as you can see right there. And once again, we're going to have those roof-mounted air conditioning vents, something that I think is a really good thing. And it's better to show you than to tell you about it. The passenger seat is going to be power adjustable. The only thing missing over here is going to be lumbar support. And you'll see that we do have lumbar support on the driver's side seat. How about the sticker price? $55,655. Let's see what else you get for that price. Plenty of room with the armrest and the door bins down there, as you can see. And then we'll have something that every vehicle has, which is going to be a glove box. Some have a little more space than others. That one does a nice job of providing plenty of space. All the controls right here for opening and closing the sunroof. And you can see what else is here in case you're curious. And guess what? You also have the advantage of having that camera built in for your rear view mirror. If you want to take advantage of that, it's adjustable. You can adjust the position, the brightness, all that good stuff. And I don't know how well you can see it, but there is also a head-up display here, something also nice to know about. Now, you have seat memory here on the driver's side, not on the passenger side, but on the driver's side. And then your controls for your side view mirrors and windows, all that good stuff is going to be here as well. And we can drop the lever right here to adjust the tilt and telescopically adjustable steering wheel. You're going to have all of your steering wheel mounted controls here. And here's something I really like. When you use your blinkers, you're going to see what's in your blind spot down there on the driver's display on both sides using the cameras that are built into your side view mirrors. So a very nice feature where that is concerned. control your headlights and taillights here, and your fog lights. All of that's going to be here, and everything for your front and rear window wipers. Now, I really like the simplicity of this center screen. I like that it's got that curvature built into it. Hopefully that shows up on the screen where it's angled at the driver focused, as we like to call that. And you can see some of our features that we have here as far as the different icons. Everything is here. You do have your online manual, so you're going to have that, but at least you know it's there. You can go into your settings and make a lot of different changes. Obviously, you have the ability to pair your smartphone and do all of that. Very easy to deal with. And when we go into reverse, there is our camera. So you're going to have that overhead view, and then you're going to have a couple of other views as well. So we'll take a look at those real quick just to show you. You saw those side view mirror views earlier. And you also have the 360-degree view. So depending on where you need to see, what you need to see, all of that is here. Very easy to deal with. See how you can see pretty much every angle possible. You can't go all the way underneath, but you can do basically everything else. I like that. It looks nice, it looks modern, but that doesn't mean it's complicated. And your dual zone climate control, we have 3 zones of climate control, front and rear, 2 in the front, 1 in the rear. You can see everything here as far as controlling all of that. And then there's your button to start and stop the engine. Some of your USB ports are going to be up here, and a wireless charging pad. Conventional style shifters. So for those of you who don't like the push button shifters, that's always a nice thing to see. Your cup holders are there. Let's see if we can get some of that out of the way just to show you what's there. Power parking brake will be right here. You also have your drive mode selector. So let's go through those driving modes. We're going to see what we have here. So we're going to start with normal. We're going to have sport. You have smart and eco. We'll also have our auto hold, or what is often called brake hold, where you come to a complete stop. The brakes stay engaged until you touch the gas pedal. And here are the controls right here for your heated and ventilated seats. So there are your heated seats, and then 3 stages of ventilated seats. So a lot going on there. Also some one-touch buttons, and then our center console that has quite a bit of space within. Okay, here we go on a quick test drive. And the first thing I notice here is that the ride quality seems to be very nice. The seats are comfortable, but something that you don't always have in every single vehicle that has ventilated seats. I have the ventilated seats on their lowest setting, and I am very comfortable. They cool down very quickly. Not every vehicle can boast of that, so that's a good thing. Nice and responsive steering. The ride quality overall seems to be comfortable, at least here in the front seat. And with all of the adjustability built into the driver's seat, and with the steering wheel being tilt and telescopically adjustable, I feel that anybody of any height, whether you're 5 feet tall or maybe over 6 feet tall, can adjust everything here to where you will be comfortable and be able to drive for a long time on those road trips with the family or the business trips. Whatever the case is with that, that's a good thing. And very easy to see out of the windows. But obviously, if you need it, you have that rear view camera mirror right there that we talked about earlier, and kind of a double help here, we'll say. 2 areas that help you out with blind spot. Number 1, your blind spot monitoring, that indicator built into the side view mirrors, but also when you turn the blinkers on, you get to see what is in your blind spot. So it's very simple. That's a good reason to make sure you use your blinkers when you're driving down the road. Everything is nice and easy to get to. That's always a welcome thing. And like I said, I like that driver-focused screen. Just that little bit of an angle right there makes such a difference when it comes to just glancing down. And it doesn't seem to have any issues with glare from what I've experienced so far, but I haven't necessarily been in every single situation. Now, one thing that I can definitely say here is the fact that I am not going to be able to tell you what it's like to ride in the 2nd or 3rd rows. So maybe some other people can tell us down in the comments section how comfortable the 2nd and 3rd rows are, but the Carnival doesn't seem to have a choppy, uncomfortable ride here in the front seat, and I think it's probably going to be just as good on the 2nd and 3rd rows, or hopefully good enough, depending on who's riding back there, what kind of road surface you're driving on. And one more thing I want to do here real quick is give a little bit of an acceleration test as we merge onto the interstate to head back to the dealership. I'm not pushing the pedal real hard, trying to go real fast, but it does seem to have no trouble accelerating up to highway speeds as far as what I'm experiencing right here. Okay, tell me what you think about the 2025 Kia Carnival SX Prestige. Does it blow away the competition? Tell me what you think down in the comments section. I'd like to say a special thanks to my friends here at Kia in Bossier City for loaning me this Carnival for the day so I could tell you all about it. And a special thanks to all of you for being kind enough to give me the opportunity to give you a vision for your next vehicle. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the like button. That's very helpful to me. Make sure to subscribe. That way you don't miss any future videos. If you would, please share this video on your timelines on social media. And if you would like to learn about additional vehicles that you may wish to consider purchasing, check out the video that's on the screen right now, and I will see you there.